A young dude finds this old ring, puts it on, and a girl's ghost suddenly shows up. He can't even see her unless he's wearing the ring, and he doesn't get how this happened. So, to figure out how we ended up here, let's just start the story from the jump. The movie kicks off in New Jersey in 1928. We see some high school students on a field trip to a museum. The tour guide is telling them about the myth of Eos and Tithonus, and how Eos fell for Tithonus, a mortal guy. She got the gods okay for him to be immortal and marry her, but she didn't get the head god, Zeus, to sign off. So Zeus cursed Tithonus to start showing signs of age and get old. But he couldn't die because he was immortal. Next, we see this student named Bee. She's curious about an old musical instrument and touches it. She's talking to her buddy in the hallway, really into the old artifacts and wanting to check out the rest of the museum sections. Her friend ain't feeling it like she is, so Bee ditches him and sneaks into another section. She takes a look at the old stuff until two rings sitting together catch her eye. She's blown away by how they look and their shine. She grabs one of them. A security guard suddenly yells at her, so she hides the ring behind her back so nobody sees. She tells him she just went into that section by mistake. Bee's trying to distract him so she can put the ring back, but the security guard tells her to come with him and get out. Bee leaves the museum without putting the ring back with the other one. She looks at the ring she has, totally loving it. Then a car accidentally hits her, and she dies. We fast forward to the present day in New Jersey. We see Cole and his mom pull up to the new house they're moving into. His mom asks him what he thinks of the house. Cole says it looks kinda old school, but he's cool with it. Cole goes into the house with the movers, and he heads upstairs because he hears music playing. When he goes into the room, he finds an old musical instrument playing by itself. He turns it off and doesn't think much of it. At dinner that night, his mom asks him if he's pumped for his first day at the new school. His mom encourages him to hang out with his classmates, make a bunch of friends, and get over his loneliness. She tells him he could get back into playing the guitar, which he stopped doing after his dad died. Cole looks like he doesn't want to talk about it. He hears something fall upstairs, so he goes up to check it out. He walks in, picks up a picture frame that fell on the floor, and puts it back. He looks at a photo of himself with his dead dad. That's when Bee appears, but Cole can't see or hear her. Bee, feeling bummed out, says he's just like the ones before. He can't see her or even feel her presence. The next day, Cole goes to the new school. In class, the teacher suddenly asks him what he thinks of the required novel. Cole says he hasn't read it yet. The teacher looks at his book, and it's clear from the pages that he did read it, but he's lying. So after class, the teacher talks to him and tells him not to be so closed off and hide his opinion from other people. During lunch break, a student named Lydia comes over, sits with Cole, and introduces herself. She tells him she's into ghosts and weird phenomena. She also tells him she has a feeling that something bad is going to happen to him soon. After school, Cole goes back to his room and looks at the picture of his dad playing guitar with him, remembering that moment. Then he opens the closet and is surprised to find a secret drawer with an old photo album inside. He grabs the album, opens it, and sees pictures of Bee from when she was a kid until she was about his age and died. Cole realizes from the pictures that she used to live in the same house because the house is visible in the photos. But suddenly, the photo album snaps shut, and Cole doesn't get why it closed on its own. A ring falls out of the album, but Cole doesn't notice. The next morning, he spots the ring on the floor, picks it up, and tries to put it on his finger. That's when Bee appears behind him. He freaks out. Bee is happy because finally someone can see and hear her. She realizes that when someone wears the ring, they can see and hear her. Bee talks to him, trying to calm him down, and asks him to keep wearing the ring and not take it off. She tells him her name is Bee, but Cole is convinced he's just hallucinating. Bee tries to explain to him that she died in a car crash, became a ghost, and has been stuck in this house ever since. No one could see or hear her. She tells him she was trapped in the house, and every time she tried to leave, something would push her back. No one could see or hear her until this moment. Suddenly, Cole's mom knocks on the door and walks in because she heard him talking to someone, but she only sees him in the room. She rushes him to school because he's running late. She leaves and closes the door. Cole tells B she's just a hallucination in his head, and that when he gets back from school, she won't be there. He takes off the ring for her to disappear, leaves, and walks out. After school, Cole comes back to his room, picks up the ring, and puts it on. When B doesn't show up, he's relieved, thinking she really was just a hallucination. But the second he opens the closet, he's surprised to see her right in front of him. B tells him she's a real ghost and not a hallucination like he thought. Cole is convinced she's a ghost, but he tells her they can't live in the same room together. B explains that she has nowhere else to go because she's trapped in the house, and she hasn't talked to anyone but him in ages, and she just wants him to talk to her so she's not lonely. She asks him to keep the ring on for a bit, but Cole says that won't work and takes the ring off his hand, and she disappears. Cole thinks he's finally rid of her, but he sees the chair moving by itself in the room. So he puts the ring on, and he sees what she's doing. B asks him about the singer in the poster. Cole tells her it's Taylor Swift. B tells him she loves music and plays the piano, and she asks him if he plays too. Cole tells her he quit playing a while ago, but he doesn't tell her why. He excuses himself and takes the ring off, and she disappears. The next morning, while Cole is having breakfast with his mom, he sees the salt shaker moving by itself. He distracts his mom so she doesn't notice B's moves. His mom says she's noticed he's been edgy lately. Cole reassures her that he's fine. Cole doesn't want to talk to her about his dad's death and avoids the topic completely because it's still getting to him, and he ain't ready to talk about it with her. He goes back to his room and puts the ring on. B shows up and apologizes for what happened when she moved the salt shaker. Cole tells her he's willing to wear the ring, but only if she doesn't do anything to let his mom know she's in the house with them, because his mom would flip if she knew there was a ghost from the last century living there. B is annoyed by what he said, calling her a ghost from the last century. When she finds out she was alive a century ago, she's shocked because she didn't feel time passing. Cole tries to comfort her. She's sad because she missed out on a lot of stuff. She's also curious about what life is like outside. She asks him to take her out of the house, and Cole agrees. At the door, B tries to leave with him and manages to get out. She's stoked because she finally left the house after a century because she wants to go out. She realizes it's because Cole is wearing the ring and he's taking her out. She's excited and asks Cole to show her a lot of stuff. He takes her out on a trip, and B discovers modern life. She's amazed by everything people are doing in this era. She spends time with Cole and enjoys the things he shows her. Later in the room, B tells him she used to dream of being a pilot captain, but that was impossible because a girl never flew a plane before. Cole tells her that nowadays women fly planes all the time. B is sad because she can't make her dream come true now that she's a ghost. Cole then tells her he's going to sleep so he can go to school the next day. B asks him to take her to school with him the next day because it was her old school, and she wants to see it now. The next morning, Cole actually takes her to school. No one but him can see her. His classmate, Lydia, shows up wearing a scary costume because they're having a costume party at school. Lydia talks to him, and B is talking to him at the same time. Cole gets nervous around Lydia. Lydia notices the ring on his finger and asks him about it. He tells her he bought the ring and tries to change the subject. He leaves her and walks away. In the music room, B plays the piano and asks Cole to join her and play the guitar. Cole hesitates because he hasn't played in a while, but he decides to grab the guitar and sits down with her and plays. Meanwhile, we see Lydia in the library looking up cursed rings in books because the ring Cole is wearing looked familiar. She reads about a legend that says the gods made those two rings for two lovers as proof of eternal commitment and put a curse on anyone who tries to separate them. The curse won't end until the two rings are put back together. So the next day, Lydia sends Cole a voice message, asking him to meet her in the library after school. Cole goes to the library. Lydia tells him about the ring curse and explains that he's now being haunted by a ghost because he has the ring. Cole pretends he doesn't know what she's talking about, but he looks curious and wants to know more. Lydia explains that he'll keep being cursed by the ghost until the two rings are put back together. That way the ghost will leave and he'll go back to his time. She tells him the other ring is at a museum in New York City and is being put up for auction the next day. If he wants to get rid of the ghost, he has to put the ring he's wearing next to the ring at the museum before it's sold at auction to some unknown person. Once he does that, the ghost haunting him will disappear and go back to her time. But Cole doesn't want to do that because he's gotten used to Bea being in his life. She's the only person he talks to and is close to since his dad died, and he doesn't want her to disappear and be lonely again. When he gets back to his room to tell her, he's surprised Bea planned a surprise for him. She wants him to play the guitar and sing for her. Cole says he has something to tell her first, but Bea asks him to play and sing first. Cole starts playing and singing. She's enjoying listening to him. After he finishes, she claps for him and tells him how talented he is. She encourages him to join the talent show and get back to playing the guitar in front of people. She keeps asking him to do it until Cole promises her he'll go back to playing. Bea is happy and excited. When she asks him what he wanted to tell her, Cole hesitates and decides to hide it from her so she'll stay in his life. The next day at school, Cole checks his phone for the time left until the auction ends. He feels guilty. After class, he checks his phone again, and the auction is over, and the ring was sold to an unknown person. So in the music room later, Cole is uneasy and can't play with Bea. Bea sees a text message on his phone from Lydia, telling him the ring was sold at auction, and now the ghost will stay with him. She asks him what the message means. Cole is forced to tell her the truth, that he knows why she appears to him when he wears the ring. He tells her the story about the two rings that have to stay together, and if the two rings are reunited, the curse will end. He admits he wanted to put the ring back at the museum, but sadly, the ring was sold at auction. When Bea hears that, she gets really mad because he didn't tell her. She asks him how he could hide something like that from her. Cole tells her he didn't want her to leave him. Bea is shocked by what he said and tells him she has a life, and he took it from her because he was being totally selfish and ruined her chance to go back to her life and live it. She orders him to take off the ring, leave her, and walk out. Cole does what she says, takes off the ring, leaves it on the piano, and walks out. Lydia is looking for Cole at school and goes into the music room because she heard the piano playing by itself. She finds the ring there and puts it on. She can now see Bea. She's happy and introduces herself to her. Lydia talks to her and tells her Cole hid the truth because he loves her and didn't want her to disappear from his life. She assures her that Cole isn't a bad guy, but he was struggling with loneliness and got attached to her. She asks her to forgive him and give him another chance. At the same time, Cole is in his room feeling guilty and thinking about what he did. He decides to fix his mistake. He calls the museum, pretends to be the person who bought the ring, and asks when he can pick it up. They tell him the ring will be shipped tomorrow and will stay at the museum for the day. When Cole finds out, he moves fast and goes back to the music room at school. He puts the ring on and sees Bea. He apologizes for everything he did and tells her the ring is going to be at the museum until the next day, and he's going to fix his mistake. He tells her they have to travel to the museum in New York and go get the ring. Lydia shows up with her car keys and offers to drive them. They take off together, drive to the museum in New York, and get there. Cole and Bea get out and sneak into the museum. They look through the sections until they find the one with the ring. Bea passes through the door because she's a ghost and opens it for Cole. He goes in and they look for the ring's box number until they find it. They open the box and see the ring. When Cole asks her if she's sure she wants to go back to her old life, she looks at him touched, because that's what she wants. Cole tells her he's going to miss her. They get close, and Bea says goodbye. Cole grants her wish and takes off the ring, and she disappears. Cole puts the ring next to the matching one and closes the box, sad that B disappeared from his life. He leaves the museum and gets in the car with Lydia. When he gets back to his room, he sits down, feeling sad. He opens B's old photo album and finds new pictures of her. B is visible in the photos after living a happy life and not dying in the car crash. She even became a pilot captain and made her dream come true. Cole is happy when he finds out she got married and had a family. Then we find out B went back to the moment she took the ring from the museum, but this time she put the ring back. And when she left the museum, the car didn't hit her. We cut back to Cole in his current life. He's living with his memories of B, but the experience helped him get over his loneliness. He also decided to keep his promise to B and get back into playing the guitar. He believes that memories are what matters and stick around. We see him playing the guitar and singing a song he wrote about the ghost, B. And that's the end of the movie.